We'll get you all squared away, but we're moving on now and going to talk to you about some beautiful stoneware from Le Creuset. And I think this is a really brilliant concept because what they did is they took a 1.2 quart baking dish and divided it. Now take a look what I mean here. You can do two things at one time. So if you're doing a beautiful chocolate mousse on one side and maybe a lemon mousse on the other, they never mingle because they're two separate compartments in one baking or chilling vessel, right? Because this mousse, obviously, we would chill in the fridge. Or maybe you're making two side dishes at one time. We've got stuffing on one side and green beans amandine with some dried cherries on the other. Lovely. Or maybe you're serving some crudité for your next movie night or Netflix binge night and some lovely green goddess dressing. Or maybe serving a brunch this weekend to your family. We've got a frittata we baked on one side and we're serving bacon on the other. Or maybe you've got a family where dessert-wise they're divided. Some like chocolate chip cookies, some like chocolate brownies. I happen to like both. Yeah, but you can make them separately and they never touch. How many of you have kids who say, Mom, Dad, I don't want to eat that because the food is touching? Well, it's never going to touch again with these. Now, let's take a look at our color choices, and I'll remind you that these are all the ombre effect. So you're going to see a darker color down below, and it graduates into a lighter color. This is cerise. Fewer than 1,000 to go around. From cerise, we're going to move into emerald, 420. This one is Caribbean, I believe. 250 in the Caribbean. Then I've got it for you in Soleil, 230 in the Soleil. This is Oyster. Look how pretty that is with the darker color down below and going up to the lighter color Oyster, 250 in the Oyster. And then finally Marseille, which is the blue, named after the southern port city of France, and fewer than 600 now available in this blue. These are all dishwasher safe and perfect for you to use in your freezer, your microwave, and your oven up to 500 degrees, as well as your dishwasher for quick and easy cleanup. Greg Shockley is joining us live via Skype to tell us more about this item and how he uses it. Mr. Shockley, welcome back, buddy. It's good to see you.
David, how are you, my friend?
I'm well, thank you. I hope you are.
I'm doing great. I know we're getting some snow tonight, so we'll try to.
Everybody's kind of battening down the hatches, waiting for another snowstorm. But in the meantime, talk to us about this divided stoneware dish.
First off, I love our stoneware. You know, if you're going to use it in the oven, it acts very similar to what our cast iron is. So it distributes heat and it retains heat. So, you know, if you want to go from your oven to your table, you can definitely do that. You know, I actually have a frittata right here too, David, and I've got some tater tots, which I know you're a huge fan of.
I am.
Take a look at this. You know, a lot of our bakers out there, when you're going to cook something, you know, you're kind of going to spend more time trying to clean it up than you are in the baking process. But take a look at what we have. That beautiful sand enamel that we have in right here. Now, remember, that was a frittata. That's egg. That's usually something that's going to really, really stick in your pans. Look, I'm going to give this a quick wipe out. And that is it, David. That beautiful sand enamel is going to protect this, which means that you don't have to do a lot of cleaning. And then also notice, we've got some really nice grab handles on here too. So if you're going in and out of your oven, putting it on your table, maybe on a trivet, it's going to be really easy to maneuver. So as far as baking goes too, and you always talked about, you know, it's great having the divider because if you want to make two different things. Now look, Liz and I, we like our sweets a little bit, but we don't want to make big batches of it. And I've got two different banana breads right here. I've got a chocolate one and I've got a regular one. So now I can do it. They have the same cook times and, you know, it's that easy. But not only is it great for baking, if you're going from the freezer to your table, to your fridge, to your oven, you can do that now too. So you don't even have to do anything. You can just use it as a server. So we've got a dip in here, which I actually baked in here. So we've got a nice artichoke dip with some chips. And then David, look I've got a whole complete meal right here. In fact, I've got baked ziti, and then we put our meatballs and our sausage, which is absolutely awesome. So think about it, a whole meal for two, split right there. You know, my wife doesn't usually eat this type of, you know, any meat. So she can eat all this, and then I'm going to eat both, whatever's left.
Well, let me also tell you, this is $85 at lecreuset.com. Tonight, we are $18.08 less. You should also know if you were doing, say, brownies of that banana bread, and some folks in the house like nuts and some don't, bake one version without nuts, another with nuts. They both, as Greg mentions, have the same baking time, and it's quick and easy. Let me take you through color choices again and let you know cerise is the most popular tonight. So if you're interested in this cerise, I have fewer than 950 to go around. Now, moving down here, I've got it for you in emerald. Now fewer than 400 to go around in the emerald. This is Caribbean, 225. I think that's where we all wish we were right now, on a Caribbean beach somewhere with a little white sand beneath us. Now, how about some Soleil with the Caribbean, 200, fewer than 200 in that Soleil. This is Oyster, 250 in the Oyster. And then finally I have Marseille, which is fewer than 600 to go around. Very, very busy with this item, and lots of you enjoying the great savings tonight. And when you're bringing home Le Creuset, this is a nice thick stoneware as well, Greg. This is something that is made to last. It
really is, and that's the first thing that I typically will tell people. When you pick this up, it's got some weight to it in a good way. Usually when you're picking up some kind of, a ceramic or enamel pan or anything, it's kind of light and flimsy, and you're afraid that if you just knock it on the countertop, you're going to break it. But this, I'll tell you what, this has got some weight to it, it's got some thickness to it, and that's the quality and the durability that you're going to want in this pan. And that's why it distributes and retains that heat that we really want in this. Now, the one thing that a lot of our Le Creuset friends out there want to know about is with our stoneware, the things that you can and cannot do with it. It's great in the freezer. Take it right out, go right to the table if you want. You can also go from fridge to oven. But the only thing a couple things, don't go freezer to oven because it's too much of a shock going from that cold into a heat. And then also, this is not safe for the stovetop either. Okay, so we want you to use it in the oven, use it for serving, freezer, fridge, whatever you want to do. Just try not to use it on your range top.
What I typically do with a frozen casserole and stoneware is I put it in a cold oven, and I let it come to temperature.
And then bring it up
with the oven, so that way it's not a shock. You never preheat your oven and then put a cold stoneware dish of any kind in there because it won't react well. So if
nothing good can come out of that.
Yeah, if you put it into a cold oven, then turn your oven on and let it come up to temperature slowly, it's a much better situation. All right, we're going to wrap this up. And Mr. Shockley, it is always a pleasure to have you back, sir. And stay warm with all the snow on its way, okay?
Well, I'm ready. I'm getting my shovels and my gloves out.
Oh, boy, here we go again. Take care, pal. Bye-bye now. All right, we're going to move right into Mrs. Printables, and this is a today-only price, and a lot of you are going to be awfully excited about that. Today-only pricing means just that. Available at this price only until end of day today, or until the item sells out, whichever comes first. Now, you're getting 6